Hello, welcome to Zen for Cooking. Today I am going to share another simple yet very flavorful salmon recipe I frequently use. It takes 10 minutes to prepare and around 10 minutes to cook. So you are only 20 minutes away from tasting this tender and juicy pan-fried salmon. Only 2 ingredients are needed: salmon and onion. I got around 350 grams of salmon here. Make sure to tap it dry with a kitchen towel. Actually, for any fish, it's important to make sure the surface is somewhat dried, otherwise it will carry an unwanted taste when you cook it. Sprinkle on some salt so that it can absorb some taste before cooking. I prefer to do this step before cutting because it's easier to handle like this. Then leave the light salted salmon in the fridge for at least 10 minutes. You can do this process beforehand and leave it salted for longer, but no more than 1 hour, because the longer you leave it like this, the saltier it will get. And the texture of the salmon will harden a bit. This is a good thing for some recipes, but not what we want for this dish. Anyway, when waiting for the salmon, you can prepare the sauce. The ratio is 3:1, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of mirin, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar or rice vinegar, whichever you have at hand, some white pepper, and some sugar. So the salmon should be good by now. Cut it into cubes around 2 centimeters each. Make sure to leave the skin on if you can, because it somewhat intensifies the taste while cooking. But it's not a big issue if you only have naked salmon at hand. And I have sliced 1 onion. Time for cooking. Heat 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil, depending on how much fat your salmon contains, because salmon extracts its own fat or oil when being cooked. If you have a lean piece, especially if you get wild salmon, you definitely would need to put 1 more spoon of olive oil so that the salmon won't dry out too fast. But mine is quite fat, as you can see. I don't know whether you can hear the drizzling sound. This is the magic melody of cooking. Do not move the pieces once put, so that the bottom gets enough time to turn golden. It should be good now. You can see plenty of parts are turning pale, which is a sign that it's cooked enough. Do not overcook it, because we still want it to keep the tender texture. Turn it around and slightly cook all the sides. Then let's put in the sauce we just made. Once touching the hot pan, soy sauce-based sauce can evaporate and get burned very fast. So make sure you have enough liquid before putting the sauce in. If your pan is bigger or thicker than mine, you probably will need to add 1 to 2 spoons of water in the sauce. Just to be sure that you have enough liquid so that it won't get burned the minute it touches the pan. You can see all the onions are getting soft. Stir and mix it with the salmon. Remember we salted the salmon before cooking? It's hard to tell how much salt you put during that process. Here is the time to taste and try. If it's too salty, just add a bit of water. If it's not salty enough, you can add a bit more soy sauce or salt to adjust the taste. That's it. I wish you can smell it. It really triggers your appetite. After all, it's an Asian-inspired dish. It goes super well with rice. You will get addicted in no time. Give it a try. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more easy and tasty recipes. See you next time.